What's good, guys? Fantasy Joe back again with our early round decision series. Today I'm talking about Davante Adams versus Marvin Harrison Jr. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I post a ton of these type of videos. Fantasy football profiles, league winners, sleepers, values are out in the channel. Tons of good stuff is out there. Rankings, going to be coming with updated rankings videos here pretty shortly. But yeah, hit that subscribe button if you want to win a fantasy championship. Stick around. I've got all the stuff you're going to need throughout the rest of the season to bring home that championship, beat your friends and family. But let's dive in and talk about these guys today. So we're going to start talking about Davante Adams first. Davante Adams is one of the best wide receivers in the game from a skill standpoint, from my perspective. Absolute beast at his position. If you look at the domination he's had for the last 6 years, it's just pretty wild. We're going to look at some more seasons here. So, yeah, since 2018, he has just been a dominant receiver, probably top three, if not vast majority of that time. And when you look at him, the targets is absolutely ridiculous. 33% target share this last year, 175 targets, 180 the year before that as well. He was finished as a wide receiver 13 this last year. Not quite the season he was hoping for, obviously, or the Raiders, but played through a shoulder injury and some other things. Horrendous quarterback play as well was certainly a factor, but that really doesn't look to change moving forward with the way the Raiders project. And they are going to be a much more of a run-first team. So I do think he's going to get a ridiculous target share because they're going to have to throw because they're going to be losing games and things of that nature. I think there's going to be more games where Davante has, less than 10 targets than there was last year just because of that run-first nature. He's also headed into his age 32 season. I believe I mentioned that. And I do believe that Gardner Minshew will end up probably being the quarterback for this team over Aiden O'Connell at some point. So the nice thing about that for Davante Adams is Gardner last year hyper-targeted his number one wide receiver. He's shown to do that. Michael Pittman last year received an absolute ton of targets, but Michael Pittman only had 4 receiving touchdowns. I think the biggest difference with me between the two, between Davante Adams and Marvin Harrison Jr., is probably that touchdown upside. I think Davante's volume is much safer. He's going to get, 160 to 180 targets, something like that this year in this offense, and he's going to have over 1,000 yards. But he's going to catch 100 balls as well, which is obviously good for consistency and things of that nature. But when you aren't catching a ton of touchdowns and you're being drafted as a top 10 wide receiver, a high pick in the second round, it's a little bit tougher for me to take you there, especially, like I said, getting older as well with bad quarterback play. And then looking at Marvin Harrison Jr., obviously we don't have the stats. He hasn't done anything yet in the league, but he's currently going at one spot in front of him at wide receiver 9. Honestly, in most drafts, so I would see it kind of vice versa. I see Davante going ahead of Marvin Harrison Jr. But I think the thing I look at with Harrison, I think he will get less volume. I've projected for less targets than Davante. I think he'll be about 140 to 150 targets. But that's still a fantastic number for a rookie. He's going to walk right into a massive target workload. When you look at the Arizona Cardinals depth chart, it's going to be him and Trey McBride are going to be the two guys. And when you have two guys that you know are going to receive the targets, it's really nice for fantasy football. And those are bets that I like to place. He is obviously a lot younger. He has a better quarterback as well. That's really one of the biggest difference makers in this decision this decision for me is just that Kyler Murray is a significantly better quarterback than any option that they are going to have this year in Vegas. And they're a less run-first team as well. So decision for me, I am taking Marvin Harrison Jr. above Davante Adams. The projections, I have Davante projected for around 100 receptions, 1,200 yards, and 8 receiving touchdowns. And I have Marvin Harrison projected for 90 receptions, 1,300 yards, and 10 receiving touchdowns. So I just think that the receiving touchdown upside and the upside overall was just what led me to that decision. I do think Davante is a safer player, but I think both these players are going to have 1,000 yards in their rookie or in this season, even though Marvin Harrison Jr. is a rookie. I just want to point out this as well. 3 of the last 4 years, a rookie wide receiver has had 1,400 yards or more. And Marvin Harrison has a great chance to do that, being drafted 4th overall. Malik Neighbors, I think, has a chance as well. But I would bet it would be one of those two players if somebody was going to do it. We've seen rookie wide receivers hit the ground running faster than ever. Marvin Harrison Jr. also at 6'4". I just think that's why he's got massive red zone threat. And having the experience that his dad gives him as well just makes me think that he is going to have a quicker adjustment to the NFL. He had 2 seasons, back-to-back seasons at Ohio State where he had 1,200 plus yards, 14 receiving touchdowns. Just, like I said, ridiculous production. Checks all the boxes: size, speed, route running, contested catch, really everything you want in a wide receiver. So I would prefer to take Marvin Harrison Jr. over Davante Adams, and that is my decision. If you guys liked the video, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. Let me know who you guys would take. Let me know who you guys want to see an early round decision video for. Give me some. I've got some ideas that I'm going to come up with. But if you guys want to see anybody be discussed, let me know. Thank you guys for watching.